from east to west, from north to south, from the upland and for the coastal regions of Biafra land. We are welcoming you to this very short edition of the program. We have been experiencing one or two difficulties, especially from our London studios. But we will have to overcome, and we have. Most important thing is the message we are giving out to our people and the rest of humanity. IPOB remains a formidable force all over the world, and our enemies are acknowledging this. We thank the Most High God for His mercies, for His protection, for His love upon the entire IPOB family members and friends of Biafra who have been at the forefront of propagating this gospel. We will not proceed without inviting him to indeed descend in his majestic power and his mighty valor, to be on the driving seat, to drive home this audacious revolution of Biafra. That in the end, not only that this gospel is preached, but that it will go forth to the hearts of men and women around the world, that those who have not begun to attune themselves to this gospel will indeed do so. In no uncertain terms, we ask him, we implore him to go before us, to go beside us, to continue to propel us forward. And in the process, render powerless and impotent our enemies spiritually and physically, that they shall not have upper hand against us. May confusion continue to rule their lives. May they continue to speak in hostile, antithetical, divergent languages among themselves, that indeed in the end their evil plot against us will turn against them. We ask the Most High God to remember, on the other hand, His promises to our ancestors, to all of us, present generation of Biafrans, that He shall restore our lost inheritance, the land of Biafra, to us. And it shall happen in our lifetime. Allow us, Chukwu Okike, to stand on this our lost inheritance when fully restored, to raise our voices in unison, to praise their name once again, that the rest of humanity will see your blessings upon our lives and continue to glorify your holy name. Bless our leader, Mazi Uche Mefor, and his family, and the entire principal officers of IPOB around the world. Continue to defend us against seen and unseen enemies, seen and unseen danger. Mazi Uche Mefor shall indeed lead us into the land of Biafra, and it shall come to pass that our enemies will be in awe of your name. Do this for us now. Give us victory and take the glory. To this we say amen and amen and amen. He say. My name is Uche Mefor. I am the deputy leader of Indigenous people of Biafra from Abatete. Abatete is in Idem is in Omamba is in Biafra. I am here as always, standing in for a great leader, Mazi Uche Mefor. It is a privilege to have served the people of Biafra. It is also a privilege to indeed appreciate the enormous sacrifice, the divergent views which we have at the same time harnessed and which has been propelling us forward. Our people are indeed people of diverse ideas and resilience, and we acknowledge it. IPOB remains a formidable force. It is indeed a worldwide phenomenon that our enemies are indeed appreciating the world. The heart of this project will continue to pledge shall never be allowed to see corruption, and the gate of hell shall never prevail against it. It is our duty, individually and collectively, to make this a reality. 30th of May is around the corner. A day we remember and honor our fallen heroes, those who gave their lives that we may indeed have the guts and every justification to be talking about Biafra restoration today. It shall be well with them, it shall be well with their souls, wherever they are. May they continue to rest in the bosom of the Most High God until we all meet to part no more. On our part, we will not waver. The sacrifice, the ultimate one they have made or paid, cannot be in vain. The only thing that can compensate for it is that Biafra is restored. And it is our responsibility to make that happen. That is why we are not going to indeed capitulate, despite all the intimidation and danger and blackmail and sabotage that is against us. The predictions of our leader Mazi and the prophecies are coming to pass. The zoo called Nigeria is imploding from east to west, from north to south of that damnable Zozico Republic. Everywhere is imploding. Those who have been using their sword, their armories, to destroy the people of Biafra are now destroying themselves unknowingly. And we must not take this for granted. We must defend our land. The saboteurs in our land are responsible for the porous and unmitigated entrance of the enemies from our back doors. But the land of Biafra shall open up and swallow them at the appropriate time. IPOB must indeed remain focused. We must indeed remain tenacious. We must, more than ever before, apply ourselves to duty. The immediate task before us is to honor our fallen heroes and heroines on 30th of May. All over the world, men, women who gave their lives for their own people, that they may live, are honored. The zoo called Nigeria is even honoring their own, and at the expense of Biafrans. They honor those who unleashed genocide against us, but forget the victims who are Biafrans, who are all of us. If they forget us, we shall not forget our own. That is why it is very essential that everybody, depending on your location, independent of your location, if you are in the heart of Biafra land, whether you are in position of authority, whether you are just an ordinary person, you must indeed dissociate yourself from any official engagement on that day. Sit at home. The zoo army, comprising of a cross-section of Boko Haram terrorists and mayetiala cattle breeders, Islamic fundamentalists are everywhere. They have been recruited and they are laying siege against our people. We will not allow them to have upper hand. Do not take anything that is coming from anybody dissuading you from pursuing this cause. It is a duty before us and on us all to make sure that 30th of May, which is the next 23 days, or rather 25 days away from today, must be commemorated in a very special way. Information has been sent out. We are asking and imploring all businessmen to close their shops, all transporters to withdraw their vehicles from the road, all community leaders to indeed advise their ward to stay away from any business activities or any official engagement. We are asking parents in Biafra land to indeed take their children away from school on that day, because as we have said earlier, the zoo called Nigeria remembers their own. Why can't we remember our own? If we don't do it, nobody is going to do it for us. IPOB is and has remained the only formidable force driving this consciousness into the heart of our people, that it is a duty, and if you fail, we will be held accountable. We will not allow this to slip off our sleeve, because so much is expected of us. Our leader, Mazi Uche, has, from every intent and purposes, made everything possible. His courage is unparalleled. His determination and tenacity to this cause is unquestionable. And therefore, we must indeed follow his footsteps that he has left on the sand of history. I am joined at this particular point in time by one of us, the head of our finance department, Mrs. Neniaya. She has come in from Germany, and of course on a very special assignment. And I will give microphone to her to indeed say hello to Biafrans. She may not stay for a long time, and after that we will have to continue.
Good evening, great IPOB family members around the world, Biafrans, our friends, those that love freedom the way we do, those that are in us with this, our quest for the restoration of Biafra. I welcome all of you tonight, today, the 5th of May, 2019. Like our deputy said, I'm here in London. My name is Nenaya Anya. I'm from Ihechiowa in Umuahia province in Biafra land. And by the special grace of Chukwu Okike Abiama, the creator of heaven and earth, I am the head of finance department of indigenous people of Biafra worldwide. Before I go on, I have one or two things to say. I want us all, please, to remember to change our profile, the picture, our Facebook profile or your WhatsApp profile. There is a new profile that we have to use, which is the sit at home. Endeavor to change it, because I've changed my own, and I know many people have as well. I want to commend all of us, both coordinators and members, principal officers, floor members, whatever post you have, whatever assignment is given to you, I welcome all of you and commend all of you. Now, IPOB have declared the 30th of May, as usual, as a sit at home in Biafra land. Please, your children, don't send them to school. Let them stay at home. Remember, other people died. Assuming they are your own children, will you be happy if others send their own to school? I'm sure you will not. Please, let them stay at home. That one day will not do, they won't miss anything. Those that are working, or maybe teachers or doctors, whatever profession that you have, let's honor our dead, the heroes, those that made it possible that we are talking about Biafra today. Let's give them that day, because their spirit will be hovering around everywhere. And if you decide to disobey that, well, what you see is your own fault. Do not blame anybody. Also, in this 30th of May, that is a public holiday for us, I read on Facebook where some governors, Obiano and Umar, were saying that there's nothing, they are not going to honor it. Well, we have never said anything in IPOB that they agree with us. They will always against us. But in the end, we will win. As for Biafrans, that day is a sit-at-home day. And those of us in diaspora, we know what to do. 30th of May is already enshrined in the Biafran calendar, and that will remain forever, because we must honor our dead. We all will die one day, so somebody else will also do it for us. So it's our turn now to honor them. Remember, those that died and said, go and get Biafra for me, So what are you going to tell them? What are you going to tell their parents? This is the time to show it. And we've been doing it for some time now, so nothing is going to stop us. So they can say whatever they like, because IPOB are the people are IPOB. So they have nothing than to do what we say. And we are going to sit at home that day. That is very obvious. Also, I want to use this opportunity to remind every one of us once again that when you make payment, you must send your evidence of payment to your national coordinator. Now, in UK, for example, you make your payment, you send it to your regional coordinator, and your regional coordinator will forward it to your national coordinator. While in United States, United States now, the IPOB family members there are autonomous. All the payments must be paid direct to IPOB account in Germany. And now you send your evidence of payment to your national coordinator. It's not the duty of the finance department to be sending it to your national coordinator. Rather, it's your own duty. And something again has been added to it. You know, in this our quest for Biafra, there's bound to be an adjustment from time to time. There's also another adjustment here, and that is when you make your payment, at the end of every month, every zonal coordinator must write down the names of those that paid their monthly dues and forward it to your national coordinator. I repeat, at the end of every month, the zonal coordinator must compile the names of those that paid their monthly donation and how much they paid and send it to your national coordinator. Why is this so? It's so because we want to know those that are paying, because some coordinators actually do not pay. I know what I'm saying. Some coordinators stay under the cover of that their zones have paid, but the coordinators have not paid. So this has to change now. From this moment, from today, the 5th of May, 2019, every month, at the end of every month, you compile the list, names of those that paid for that particular month, and then forward it to your national coordinator. We must be transparent to know those that are with us, not just saying Biafra, Biafra, but they don't pay. But they will be the ones to be shouting Biafra. Also, there's something that I've noticed. Let's say, for example, somebody is owing monthly dues for January, February, and March. They don't pay. Now, they will turn up in the month of April and decide to pay. You do not issue them receipt for April, because even though they paid in April, you have to take it back to January, because January is still outstanding. You cannot give them receipt for April while January, February, March is outstanding. That is not acceptable. That is why when I come on air, those that have not paid, I go back to those months that they stopped and mention them. Because if you have your, let's say, rent, I'm sure if you don't pay your rent for January and February, you can't go to your landlord and say, this is for March because you paid it in the month of March. No, the person will push it back to January. The same applies if you have mortgage for your house. You don't skip any month and pay another one that is already not, whereas you have an outstanding debt. So please, let's try to do things the right way. We are Biafrans, so we must do everything differently. I'm very, very transparent. It's very, very important. Please, because some people are fond of, they will be owing, they will come to a meeting and they will give you their monthly donation telling you it's for this month. No. Check the records properly, go back and check and know when they are owing. Then you tell them that even though you made this payment now, but it's for the outstanding one. They have no choice but to take it that way, because here, a lot of people have died for this cause. Therefore, we must know what we are doing. We don't want to be the way that they do it in in Nigeria. It's very, very important. And lastly, I remember our leader always say on Facebook, whenever he's on air, that those of us in diaspora, we should help our people back home so that they can have a relay station. Please, if you are in diaspora, contact your people in your local government or your senatorial coordinator. Have a meeting with them, discuss ways whereby you can help so that they will have, at least they will listen to our radio. It's very, very important. It's a key so that they will know what is going on, because some of these people, they will tell you, but I didn't hear it on Radio Biafra. So please, try what you can do to make things easier. We don't wait for the IPOB hierarchy to do everything. There are certain things we also have to take up the initiative. All we need to do is to inform IPOB that this is what we are doing so that we can keep record of exactly what is happening. I'll stop for now and give the microphone back to our deputy. I will come back again. Ndewo.
Well, thank you very much, Mrs. Sayan, for that. And of course, our coordinators, our principal officers, our individual IPOB family members must indeed take heed of what the head of our finance department, Mrs. Danya, has said. There is no other way of doing it unless if you are not with us. This is a live broadcast discipline, and of course we are reaching you from London. Glad that with our head of finance department, Mrs. Danya, here all the way from Germany. Our people in different parts of Biafra land must be very, very vigilant at this particular point in time, because as we speak, our enemies are running amok, but it is also our duty to expose them for whom they are. They are bad losers. There are a lot of saboteurs, we know that, but we must not sleep over their activities. 30th of May is around the corner. It is a dominant theme in our discussion. From now, it shall continue to be so until after it. Our people in the United States of America must indeed prepare for the coming of our leader, Mazi Kanu. And of course, we must also be very vigilant about the fact that our enemies are not sleeping. But we will have to overcome. We will have to overcome. In the northern part of the zoo called Nigeria, the Fulani herdsmen, the terrorists who are terrorizing everyone, instead of them being designated terrorists that they are, their brothers are rather paying them to stop kidnapping, to stop killing people, while their own victims, who are only merely protesting the violence unleashed against them, people of Biafra, are tagged terrorists. And the worst aspect of it is that those who are supposed to speak up are not speaking up. Rather, they are aiding and abetting their masters. But we cannot stop. Community leaders in Biafra must be held accountable for any breaches of peace, for any abduction, for any further killings in Biafra land. Because as you can see, as they continue to fight against IPOB that has been at the forefront of defending the interests of our people, those who are killing us in northern part of the zoo called Nigeria, Boko Haram, Fulani herdsmen, mayetiala cattle rearers, who are of course very dangerous terrorists, are being armed, empowered by some elements in northern part of the zoo called Nigeria. 100 billion, or how much is it, that they have been settled with. And this is coming from the Nigerian security apparatus, the Nigerian security agency. They are the people who are essentially telling you that they are very much tired and they are overwhelmed. They are paying Fulani herdsmen, they are paying mayetiala cattle bearers to stop killing. Essentially, they are empowering them. We told you that these are standing army of the North. Very soon, all those who are fighting IPOB, the rank and file for Hanese Ndibo, the so-called Southeast governors, all the members of the political class, they are going to indeed have it very hot unless they aid their masters to kill our people all the more. These people are indeed preparing to kill, to maim, to continue to run amok, to take over Biafra land. They have been empowered. They have been given billions of the worthless naira. And what are they going to use this for? They will use it to buy weapons. They will use it to equip themselves. And they are coming for us. It shall indeed unfold. But it will be very, very late. It's already late that those who are fighting IPOB will indeed be victims as well. We are not going to cry for them, but we are not also going to leave our future into their hands. Communities in Biafra land must form neighborhood watch, must form vigilante groups, must indeed take their security very, very seriously. We have no leaders in Biafra land. We have nobody to protect us. We will have to protect ourselves. Very, very important. Very, very important. We are having difficulties here. I'm trying to get one important information here, but it appears it is eluding us. We are enjoining our people in different parts of Biafra land to make sure that the message of 30th of May is disseminated to every nooks and crannies of Biafra land. Our principal servants in Biafra land must indeed take this seriously. There are messages already passed through the appropriate channel. You must have to make sure that these messages get to the people it is intended. This is a very short broadcast, like I said, and we will have to open our line. We will have to do that while I take care of one or two things. Facebook has effectively blocked us. I don't know whether it's from the UK axis. Facebook has effectively blocked the streaming of our content. And we are appealing to our Facebook audience to indeed have patience, because we are going to, of course, do something about it. But not on this broadcast, because we have no time to rectify what it is. They have sent me a number of messages. Your streaming, your content is violating our community standards. I don't know what that means. And probably IPOB, Radio Biafra remain one of those selected group or platforms that they have blocked for whatever reason. But we are going to triumph. Very important. We are going to indeed triumph. The number to call it plus 447405964146 plus 447405964146. We are on Skype. No, the Skype line is not on now. We are going to use this line only for now. Only this line. Only this line. We are calling on our people in different parts of the world to make 30th of May Remembrance Day a worthwhile one. We are also enjoining our people in Biafra land to make sure that they sit at home. If you come out on that day, you are likely going to be a victim. because everything IPOB is doing resonates in the zoo called Nigeria. We say we are sitting at home, but they are already mobilizing their Fulani herdsmen and Boko Haram terrorists to kill innocent people. Why we are saying this is very, very clear. We are saying this because if you come out on that day and you are harmed, do not call IPOB. Go and sit at home. Do not come out to do any business of yours that you are used to. Disengage from any official assignment. Withdraw your vehicles from the road. Transporters, market leaders, close their shops, close your businesses. You are not going to die. The zoo called Nigeria remembers those who fought on their side to kill our people. But they forgot us. Even our Biafra war veterans are not given what is due to them. They are living in poverty, below poverty line. And so it is our duty to do something at this particular point in time. Nothing else, nothing more. There's no other way of putting it. Can we try and take some calls and then try and rectify one or two things here? Can you hear me? Caller on the phone. Can you hear me? He's busy doing something else. Next caller on the phone. Can you hear me? Caller on the phone. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Right, appears something is not just going. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes, Mr. Isaiah, do you have anything to say while we continue? Let me just see whether I can rectify this.
Yeah, I'm back again once more. There is a news circulating on Facebook or on Twitter, I don't know where. They said that the World Bank is helping to establish the Central Bank of Biafra. That is false. There is nothing like that. Nothing whatsoever. They are always carrying around propaganda, trying to score 1 point or the other. Please disregard this information. World Bank is not establishing any Central Bank of Biafra. If such a thing happens, Radio Biafra, you hear it from Radio Biafra. There's nothing like that. Now, I want to remind some of us again why we are actually in this, if I will call it, struggle. We are here for one purpose, and that is restoration of Biafra, our motherland. That's the only place we have. We don't have any other place. Even those of us in diaspora, yeah, we are here. We have good jobs. Some of us may be naturalized and become citizens. Some are mayor or whatever. But we all come from somewhere where you call your own, your home. And that is Biafra land. That is why we all must work hard. It's not going to be easy. Nobody says it's going to be easy. But we cannot go back again. What for? It's too late. We have been in this and we've made tremendous progress. The name, remember the way we started. Before, if you type Biafra, it will be in small letter, but now it's in big capital letter. Remember when Nigeria government tried to block us on this radio. We survived it. Some countries blocked us. We survived it. We are fighters. We have been doing well. We don't give up. We are focused. We are consistent. And this is why we are where we are today. We cannot give up. And after that, they started forming different IPOB, registering IPOB here and there, but we defeated them. Because if you are genuine, you remain genuine all the time. But fake people, they always fall apart along the way. We have but one IPOB, led by our leader, Mazi Uche Mefor. No other IPOB. They can jab the way they want. But remember why we are here every day. Remember why we have brokers. Radio Biafra London, South Africa, USA, Middle East, Radio Extra is for one purpose. That is to restore Biafra. Whatever assignment that is given to you, do it with love and dedication. Remember, people have died. You and me are still alive. We owe it to them to restore Biafra. This generation must restore Biafra. There is no excuse whatsoever. We don't want no excuse. It does not matter how long it takes. It does not matter what the enemy are doing or how they are trying to sabotage. One thing we must bear in mind. That is, we are not going to let go until we restore Biafra. That is our pride. Remember, many of our parents are not paid. Many are being owed for 19 months. Imagine what it is. 19 months, no salary. Many of the pensioners, many of them are dead. They worked, they served the country diligently, they did what it was required of them, but in the end, when they are supposed to get the little amount they are supposed to earn, they owe them. They are dead. I mean, what did they work for? Nothing. But some people are in billions. Remember, some children don't go to school anymore. They are now hawking waters in the streets, banana, all those things, assuming they were your own children. Will you be happy? That is why we are in this. There are no good roads, no good hospitals, school fees is so exorbitant. That's why we are in this, to stop this. When we restore Biafra, like our leader said, it's going to be free education. That is why we are in this. Those of us that are in diaspora, we are having it good. You think you are having fun. You think everything is fine. But remember, we came from somewhere, and that is Biafra. We cannot allow our people to continue this suffering. They are our own. We have parents there. We have siblings there. Some of us will send money every month. But what of people that don't have somebody they will look up to? They will be waiting for to send money, either Western Union or wherever they send them. Remember them. We need to help them. We need to do something. We need to restore Biafra so that life will be easy for them. If you are rich and your neighborhood, they are poor, then you are poor because you cannot sleep comfortable. Many of us that go home, do you sleep comfortable? No. Some will not even reach, get to their village. Either they stop in Lagos or in Abuja. Then when they come, they tell you that they went to. You didn't go home because you didn't go to your village. That's where we call home. That's why we are in this. Let's join hands together and restore Biafra and be free. So that when you have that passport, not when you travel, they will tell you go to the next. As soon as they see that green passport, they say, please, can you go to the other room? They will search you twice. They will search you. You will remove your shoes. You will remove even your belt. You have to remove everything. But others have gone. They've allowed them to pass. There's just one or two searching, they are gone. But you, with that green passport, that is what we want to change. That's why we must support our leader and our deputy. We must support them. It's not easy, but if we can come this far, then there's nothing we cannot do. Remember, when things start getting tougher, that means it's coming to an end. Please, make your contributions. Stop this sabotaging one another. If a coordinator you think is not doing it right, talk to him or her. Not going out at the back and trying to look for a way so that he or she will be removed. That is bad. Remember, we are on oath. You don't have to do anything that will disrupt this our struggle. That is one of the oaths again you took. Remember, you took that oath with your generations yet unborn. I don't know the one you took, but I'm talking about the one I took, and I know others. Generations unborn. So if you disrupt this struggle, it's not going to be easy. So please, when you are in this, come with a pure heart and clean hand. Help one another, not bring down syndrome. It is wrong. And together, I'm sure we will restore Biafra. And for those saboteurs, you think you have gone free, Chukwu Okike Abiama will pay you at the right time. And you are not going to stop us because it's far too late. It's too late because we are home already. Keep on doing the right thing, and as you continue to do that, Chukwu Abiama will bless you. I hand over the microphone once again to our deputy.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Anya, for that. While she was talking, I was trying to get one or two things together. Our listeners on Facebook, please, you have to exercise patience. We may not be able to continue on Facebook, but of course our app is up and running. Our websites are up and running, and so we enjoy our people to use those platforms to, of course, listen to us. Regarding fake news, there are a lot of fake news going on. Mrs. Aya has pointed out one. There is one other one that says, even though it's in our favor, it is very important that people know what is going on. No country on this planet Earth can stop Radio Biafra. It's as simple as that. Not to talk of us begging them to give us license. There is no license given to Radio Biafra in any country. As a matter of fact, we are smart, we know the law, and there is no way we can break any law. We don't need license to operate in any country. There is a very fake news going around that Austrian government has granted free license to our leader, Mazi Uche Mefor, that he has been working for 8 months for it. It is all lies. It is very important. We want positive news on our side, but we will not get it by all means. Very important. That blog or whatever online newspaper is a fake newspaper reporting a fake news. We don't need license from Austrian government to do any broadcasting. As a matter of fact, Radio Biafra is not broadcasting from Austria. Not now, at least. But if we decide that we will be broadcasting from there, we shall. It can take just a 10-minute decision. That is to tell you how potent Radio Biafra is. But we want to bring it and put it to you on a very good note that we never applied for any license in Austria, and Austrian government at the same time did not issue us any license. As a matter of fact, we have every legitimacy to broadcast from Austria, but they did not issue us any free license, and we did not apply for one. We have no need to broadcast from there now, but if we decide we will have to, for avoidance of doubt. Why am I saying this? We lose nothing. I can keep quiet over it. But we don't need any news by any means. People are using indirect way to making roads into what we are doing. That particular report is not correct, even though it is in our favor, for avoidance of doubt. We must identify fake blogs, fake newspapers, and fake news platforms and dissociate ourselves from them. It is the same people who are now going about saying World Bank is going to establish, is it Central Bank of Biafra or Bank of Biafra? They are still the same fake people. It is in our favor. It's a good news, but it is not real. So why would we indeed, why should we keep quiet over it? It is going to harm us in the future if we keep quiet over it. We want very good news, but not by all means, for avoidance of doubt. If you are going to report it the way it is. If you are going to report it, report factual information regarding us. Let's go back to the line. Can you hear me? Caller on the phone.
Hello?
Yeah, good evening from here. Can you hear me now?
Good evening, my dear Mazi Uche Mefor.
Yes, welcome to the program.
I'm calling from Abala. Yeah. So let me thank you for what has been done for Jesus for Biafra, for the life of Ali Damazin and the Kano. The life of Ali Mazi Uche Mefor, life of all Biafra who is working at the studio today. To make sure that Biafra is restored and to make sure that be with us. Let us and protect us in the mighty name of Jesus Christ in my spirit. You see? Yeah. I have much to say. What I want to say this evening is to remember, tell our people about that home in 30th of May. Try and see that home shall respect our foreign heroes and heroines. Even though me, I'm staying at home, I'm not going anywhere, I'm not going to go work. I'm staying at home to respect our foreign heroes and heroines. Our people are supposed to know what to do, and they're supposed to know that they're supposed to respect that day. That day, there's no going anywhere. Everybody should be in home. And my deputy leader, there's another thing that I want to beg you. I have tried to raise Mazi Uche Mefor, but you have never responded to me. Our zonal people say that they want to speak in the Biafra. I have reached Mazi Uche Mefor. They say I should test him. I have tested him. He has not replied to me. They are telling me reach you and know what to do. Yes. Yes.
I think just 1 minute. I think my microphone is down, the volume. Are you sure you took the appropriate channel to contact Mazi Uche Mefor about?
Yes. I called him on Radio Biafra. So he said I should send him text message on that number. And I texted him, he didn't reply.
But let me also say this. If you have done such, you have to follow it through the channel through which you sent it, not coming on air to say you have done that. It will be as if you are making a complaint. But I'm taking that on board. What I would advise you is to go back to Mazi Uche Mefor and remind him of that. Very important.
Okay, thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I'm telling our people to keep it up and keep it on. We are trying our best. Is that we're gonna tell people, we're gonna make it, we're gonna announce it to tell our people. Remember then that 30th of May is sitting at home, and we're going to give the announcements. We're going to tell our people walk on street and then to sit at home. And we try our best to do much we can. So thank you, my deputy leader. You should do your own side there, and we are going to do our own side. Yeah, we try our best. Thank you, and keep it up and keep it on. I'll be with you, be with all Biafrans and our leader Mazi and Kano.
You say, and you too. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, our brother was talking about 30th of May. We have no choice but to observe it. Sit at home. Everything IPOB does now, the zoo called Nigeria, we always have nightmares as we speak. They want to use this occasion once again to kill more of our people. We don't want more deaths on that day. 30th of May is a symbolic solemn day for us, and we are urging everyone to sit at home to pray for the repose of the souls of these gallant heroes and heroines of Biafra, for the ultimate sacrifice that they have indeed paid on our behalf. And therefore, do not give the zoo terrorists in army and police uniform that opportunity to indeed take more lives. There are people who are planning to come and discredit what IPOB is doing as we speak. There are people who call themselves Biafrans. They are planning on marching on the streets. They are planning on embarking on certain events, rallying and all that, just to make sure that it is not in accordance with the instructions given by IPOB leadership, given by our leader Mazi Uche Mefor. You will see that at the end of the day, that their intention will turn against them. That is why we are asking everyone, do not listen to anyone that tells you to go and march on the streets or to go and about your businesses on that day. You may fall victim of what you don't know. The enemies are plowing. The enemies are everywhere. They can kill. They can maim you. Do not call IPOB. Just like we have witnessed in the last few weeks, a lot of people are yapping, but we are watching them, making frivolous accusations that IPOB does this, IPOB does that. We are taking records. Now, at the appropriate time, we shall respond to them. Do not give anybody any opportunity to indeed have any cause to drag IPOB into what is not necessary. There are certain fights that we fight. When we want to fight, we make sure that we want to win. Sit at home, and I'm very sure that we're going to deliver. For the spirit of Biafra is on our side. Next call on the phone. Can you hear me? Welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes. Can you
Yes,
turn down the radio set, please?
Hello. Good evening, sir. My name is Mazi Uche Mefor. I'm calling from Aba. Can you hear me, Mazi?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, sir. Mazi, we are resolute. I'm from Unity Zone, as I named you. We are resolute, Mazi. 30th of May is sit at home. We must at home on 30th of May. We Biafra must sit at home. More sit at home. More sit at home. We are Biafra's must sit at home. On 30th